A record out of the two teams slightly, so they've got that playing into their advantage. And Koto just seems like he's been on a tear recently. He's sitting at a KDA of 6.7, pretty nuts. Yeah, Dreamer Cell as well is a 6.5. So they're no slouches, that's for sure. But standing in it, there's no sentry wall.
Avalanche at bottom. They got the toss available. Maybe waiting for a few more hits before they go for the toss. Boomy trying to stay in the right position, but now it just kind of comes down to luck as they're in the middle of the creep wave. Yeah, he's looking very dead. All right. Nice rotation. Keep the clarity going. And wasn't scouted. They do have the Aether Lens up on the Pugna. I think they really want this mid-tier 1 tower, but forcing it might be a little bit difficult. They are going to try and make the jump on the Dream itself. Relatively tanky. Kesky waiting behind him. The Nightmare also looking to help out, so Dream itself going to be okay. Here. Oh man.
Field it. It's nighttime.
Wasn't scouted. They do have the Aether Lens up on the Pugna. I think they really want this mid-tier 1 tower, but forcing it might be a little bit difficult. They are going to try and make the jump on the Dream itself. Relatively tanky. Kesky waiting behind him. The Nightmare also looking to help out, so Dream itself going to be okay. Here. Oh man.
Field it. It's nighttime. Go for a smoke here on the backside. Yeah, they do.
Well, the smoke broke, and they do have a ward on the high ground, so CML knows what's going on. And I think he's just trying to put his body on the line here. Mac looking for the Rolling Thunder. He's got the shield crash. Can he find the right targets? Dream itself kind of low from the earlier initiations. Looks like it's just going to be a 1-for-1 Baccarine on the low ground. Finding the Shaker. Kesku does get the Fiend script out. Pretty much full duration onto Mac. And Makoto's coming in looking for the turnaround. 3 dead already on the side of ADROIT, and Boom not done. Still going to chase down Boomy into the tree line. He does have an Avatos combination available, but I think just hoping to juke this one out if possible. Buying a little bit more time. The Troll Warlord not at all interested in getting involved. FBZ has him pretty much blocked in. They are going to toss him over onto the Troll Warlord now. This is decent damage. CML also making the rotation, but Makoto's there to finish off the job. And now forcing out the False Promise underneath the tower. Just nothing stopping this Morphling. The Centaur still looking plenty healthy. And that will end up being, what, like a 4-for-2 or something in favor of Boom? Well, Makoto definitely agrees, because he hasn't skilled any points in the Morphs yet. And now they're setting up a kill on the Boomy, looking to nuke him down. Nice, Straight Edict is going to keep him alive a little bit longer, and here comes Bach with the heal. Boomy not dead yet, Mac rolling through the fight. Unfortunately, they will still end up losing their Tiny.
And in a really close proximity right now. Natsumi's
send up Natsumi. They do have the False Promise available. They're going to have to throw it out as they see the Morphling coming towards them. They spear him back. They do have the heals also coming in from Bach. Mac making the space, rolling through, but the Stampede gets popped. Natsumi's still pretty healthy, but
they've got the re-engage if they want it.
Oh, they've got a Fiend Script on the other side. Boomy getting caught out. Makoto just going to go for the auto attacks to finish that off. And here comes Dream Cell. Got the spear. They don't even need it. They've got the Echo Slam from Hyde. He's taking big damage off of the Nether Ward, but now they're looking for a little bit more. That spear to the backside, finishing off Mac. And ADROIT not getting anything out of this fight. You know, we were talking about a Roshan for ADROIT, but it could even just be Boom taking it out. Spear onto Boomy. CML coming over to try and help out a little bit, but he's also put himself in harm's way. Damage in the backlines. Pugna, he's E-bladed for now. Does have a life drain available, and actually Hyde, I think, selling himself out a little bit there. Mac rolling forward. FBZ still pretty tanky, but Natsumi going to find him. They do get another starter from Makoto. Here comes Dream Cell looking for the counter initiation. CML still alive, but one more touch to bring him down. The stick charge is actually helping him survive a little bit longer. Natsumi starting to chop wood, but Kescute's there with the Nightmare controlling the Troll. He's waiting for somebody to wake him up. Just going to have to go through the full duration. Makoto does have a waveform available. He's also sizing up these ADROIT targets. He does have a shotgun combo once again. And here comes the Stampede, trying to evacuate their Morphling. Nice spear back. Kescute also putting his body on the line, on the front lines here. A little bit more control. They do have the Fiend script in 4 seconds. ADROIT got to be kind of careful. Boomy may be looking for the toss back, but two-man Fisher. Grimstone waiting up on the high ground. He's got the spear. They popped the Troll. Couldn't even get the ultimate off. An issue. Trying to make a little bit of a go down here. Kescute the target. Rolling Thunder going to get popped. He's not even dead yet. Double Bracer. This boy is tanky, and he's got a Fiend script. He's got a Nightmare to buy himself a little bit more time. The timing was not quite right. Mac trying for the TP out. Two of his allies in the backlines have already been found and killed. Makoto's even just looking for a little more, as he also chases them at Natsumi.
needs to be there in this fight. You need a couple of lucky procs, but they're gonna find FBZ. But
FBZ's just tanking the gank. He's tanking them 1v5 currently. Matt gonna go through rolls, then here comes Makoto. Boomy is gonna be the first target. The Decrepify there in the backline. They already lose the Pugna. Oracle surviving a little bit longer, but here comes the auto attack. Beyond Godlike for Makoto, losing a little bit of mana. They do have a Fiend's Grip on the Troll over on the other side. Dream Cell Spear coming back off cooldown in a second. Troll getting speared. Makoto in the backline just getting vesseled up a little bit. Kezkit still surviving. Mac gonna be the next target. Natsumi was brought down on the other side of the fight. They are about to lose Mac. Kezkit gets the brain sap off. Boomy's still chasing for him. Dream Cell with the mega kill streak. And
Boomy's like, let me get the Bane at least.
Please, I just want the Bane. But false promise coming out. All right, well, you're dead then, CML. See ya. And there's still control for this Tiny. They didn't even need that much from the Morphling. And Boomy knows that they're done. They've had enough. They've taken their knocks this game. They gave it a shot with that Troll Warlord BKB. He just got Fiend's Grip, and that was the end of that.
I'm struggling to find a flaw in Boom playing. Like, their playstyle, it seemed perfect. You know? They were able to be efficient around the map. They created a ton of space for the morph. They had great vision. They took Roshan when they needed to.
Always go just like 2-item Terrorblades. You can get a BKB quite early on this hero, and you can run at the enemy team. It's not always the preferred playstyle. I think in general people do go for like the Manta and then kind of Dragonlance a little bit, and people just sort of tank up instead of getting early beat.
Indeed, he's trying to grab vision of it just by standing next to it. But better than that. Bok, he's in a dangerous position once more. He's had to TP back in, but doesn't have backup for himself.
Oh, that swashbuckle just annihilating him. Now Kezkit kind of looking for him as well. I think he was like thinking, oh, I can just pressure for free. The Rolling Thunder is on cooldown. Another swashbuckle. FPZ chasing for this one. Ice Path a little bit off the mark. Here comes the lasso.
Tier 2.
And I think FPZ dead. Does get the swashbuckle, finishes off the kill. He's still living for a little bit longer. TP's not in the best position. Is he also going to get a courier? No, he's just going to keep on running. Runs into the creep wave now. Needs to thread the needle in between the two towers. But I think he's out of there. Unless these creeps kill him somehow, but
Hyde knows.
And he gets knocked away by the flame break. FPZ. He's gonna get Yulesed up. He's gonna be able to get the Rolling Thunder out. No! He's still gonna get stunned and brought down.
Heavy commitment though in the front lines.
Yeah, Jakir getting caught out. Yules up immediately. Kezkit, can he get anything off? Ice trying to help him out. Boomy in the backline is just going to drop down the black hole onto one. And FBZ wants nothing to do with that. The Echo Slam actually comes out. FBZ with a little drive-by. And swiping a few mangoes before this mango tree maybe gets found out. And Boom with like a 2-man smoke up. Heading out. Dream Cell smoke immediately gets broken. Maybe looking towards CML. Let's get the slowdown onto him. Bok just laying down the Firefly. That Ice Path does connect, but it's only 1 point. So not really too much of a problem. And Boom, what are they up to? They do just walk the Storm Spirit over. I think they're hoping for the dive, maybe. They have the Rolling Thunder in 3 seconds. It's not up just yet. The lasso is available. FPC got to be a little bit more careful with your swashbuckle forward. Same story as last time. They at least find CML in the backline. Storm immediately getting Yules, Mac in kind of a compromise.
Great macro.
Blocked in. The Macropie doing huge damage, and now they've got the opening with the Phantom Lancer, putting down the defusal damage. Makoto still surviving a little bit longer. He's getting ticked down by the Firefly, but he's able to escape. And looks like it will be Earthshaker as the target instead. He's actually got a Fisher, creating the opportunity for Dream Cell to jump forward onto Bok, finish off that kill with the illusions. He's looking for a little bit more, but now Natsumi's rocked up. And Dream Cell, can he find his way out? He's actually got another Doppel. Nicely done with the Phantom Rush. That gets him down into the river, and that is going to get him out of there. Well, not to get Makoto a little bit low on mana, but he does still have that regen. Ice Path looking. Dream Cell with the Phantom Rush forward, gets the slowdown. Bok nowhere to go, and that is just going to be another economic damage. And similar to game 1, just building a big lead. Boomy, can he find a black hole? He's immediately getting canceled out. Won't find the opportunity. FTC getting got him, but he's not dead yet. Here comes the Echo Flame onto it. The backlight, using the black black hole, but it's only onto the Phantom Lancer. Makoto looking for the chase down now, and Dream is still relatively healthy as they're just going to start kiting the Terrorblade. They're not focusing the right one just yet. Phantom Lancer's still living. Now no BKB for the TV. Makoto still plenty of mana to keep on fighting. The 2-for-2 trade so far, it does seem like they might just be content to kite the meta. And ends up being, fortunately, not really. Jump forward, they're looking into the backlines. They have immediately found it. The Enigma Boomy, no! Getting caught now, the Echo's on it, so he's going to buy back immediately. Necrophone is getting changed on. Yules and the Ghost Shred both getting popped at the same time. Matt just desperately trying to find some way to survive.
Oh, turn around.
Going to get the jump, but Makoto jumps over the black hole and cancels it. Now it's just Terrorblade versus the world, and Boom going to gang up on him. Actually looking for disengage now. Nice lasso from Bacarino, helping out the Terrorblade a little bit. Still 4v2. Dreamcell coming back in with the kills. Bach gonna try from TP out. Natsumi has to run for it. SPZ's looking for him. Triple kill now. Here comes the Ice Path. Here comes the Fisher. And here comes one dead Terrorblade. Ultra kill for your fans. Needs the patience. Losing life on the Necropost, but they do have the false promise for him, so he's still surviving. Jump out from the Storm Spirit. Boomy, BKB getting forced out. Dreamcell finds him, and now he's
not doing anything.
Onto the Enigma. He's not going to be able to get the black hole if he doesn't want to go for just one.
Oh, that's not bad.
Get two. This is going to be enough. They're losing life on the Storm Spirit. Dreamcell about to lose his Aegis.
Oh, the turn.
Not quite. CML actually living somehow. Hyde now getting Yules up. Defensive Yules trying to stay alive. Can they actually bring in the Phantom Lancer the second time? Dreamcell just trying to escape. Maybe the first overextension here of the game for Boom. Nicely timed by Boomy. A little bit of a mistiming from Makoto. I think he was hoping to get the pull on the Enigma right as the BKB wore off. And now Dreamcell kind of getting chased down a little bit. He's running into the Midnight Pulse.
Who's running into who though?
Gem hits the deck to do buyback on the Earthshaker. Dreamcell just going to be able to kite away with the help of that Glimmer Cape. FBZ coming back over. This fight has gone long enough. This is everything popped from ADROIT. Where's the kills? Hyde's running back over. He's running off cooldown. Echo Slam only connects onto one. Natsumi just trying to run for it. Makoto finds two in the backline. FBZ follows it up with the Rolling Thunder through. That's an immediate double kill. They didn't have the damage on the ADROIT side, but they do on Boom. Gem hits the deck. Natsumi makes his retreat up onto the high ground as two buybacks come out.
Take out this this hard Phantom Lancer, but just gives him the little bit of extra time to rotate through.
Back in danger. Natsumi gonna try and help out a little bit. Here comes the Abyssal Blade.
Dieback.
That is the dieback on the Necrophos, so that could just be the end of the game here. With bashes coming through thick and fast onto Natsumi. Even with the butterfly, he's not going to be able to retreat back to his fountain. And Dreamcell, alright, Dreamcell versus the fountain. Buyback is going to give him pause and maybe thinking, oh, maybe we should actually take a tier 3 here, guys. That'd be nice.
Yeah, let's go the one that doesn't have the repair.
Yeah.
Forget that item.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah,
Please, just give me the tier 3 lasso. Hydra trying to help him out. Here comes Dreamcell, the immediate Abyssal Blade on the backline. Oracle just going to die instantly. The Phantom Lancer is everywhere. He's looking for the second kill. Makoto jumping forward. They've got the lockdown on the Terrorblade. He does have a BKB once he gets out of this one, but the change done is pretty immense. He does get a nice Sunder, but it's only on the Earthshaker. There's going to be a Fisher. There's going to be a Rolling Thunder. There's going to be a zip into the pull. Makoto finds two, following up with the Echo Slam. Here comes the team fight combination. They do have a buyback for two of them. The support's coming back into this game, but the Batrider's also dead. Dreamcell just shredding everybody beyond godlike for this Phantom Lancer. FBZ taking his time, rolling on out of there. And, okay, 3 seconds to go on the black hole. Boomy, show me what you got. They're smoked. They need the opportunity. Gotta catch this Phantom Lancer. They do have their vector protection back up. Boomy's still waiting. Here's his blink range. They're dangling Mac as bait on the front lines. Boom are having none of it. They just keep sending illusions. Oh, BKB pops. Here comes the black hole. FBZ gonna run forward. They don't even need the Abyssal Blade. He just cancels it. Makoto is gonna be brought down, but that's only life number one. Natsumi, he's just ignoring him. Dreamcell walks right on past, goes for CML first. Makoto jumping forward, looking for Mac next. They're gonna leave Terrorblade for last. He's the dessert this time around, and with all 5 heroes, they're gonna clean him up, no problem.
That'll be GG. In true C fashion, waiting until the game is actually a 0% probability to come back from, and even then, still wanting to until the last breath. But man, what a dominant performance coming through from Boom.
That was... they put on quite the show. And to me, the most impressive thing, the team fight execution and the discipline.